journalist, Eoghan Corry. Good morning, Eoghan. Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, we know that up to, 270, 290 flights have now been cancelled. Are you expecting more?
Yeah, I expect the cancellations will roll forward as we go each day without peace. The funny thing is, we've two things going on. We have the industrial action, which doesn't start until Saturday, but we have a work to rule, which meant that pilots had given zero flexibility. In a way, that's already happened in recent days. And that means that Aer Lingus made preemptive cancellations. You don't want to be telling passengers at the gate that the flight is cancelled. So they decided to cancel a small number of flights every day. The big cancellations come Saturday, and we have seen yesterday Aer Lingus moved those cancellations to Monday and Tuesday. Problem here is they haven't got into a room together to start talking.
But Eoghan, like lots of people are saying, like the work to rule just means you're working your roster. You're turning up, you're flying the plane. Why so many cancellations? Is it just because there's not enough pilots, or pilots are so needed to do extra hours?
It's really that Aer Lingus are short of pilot hours rather than pilots. They gave a deal to pilots a couple of years ago which reduced their hours, and in summer things are very, very tight. Pilots are being uncooperative for loads of reasons. We saw that happen at the weekend with the power outage in Manchester Airport on Sunday, where the pilots are being uncooperative, saying no flexibility. They really need to be in a position where they have aircraft pilots on call as part of the roster rather than extra to the roster, hence the cancellations. As I say, if you get a few hours notice of a cancellation, even a night before, you can do a lot with sending passengers through other airports or putting them on other flights. The last thing you need is people sitting at a gate being told, no pilot, we can't go.
Flight's not going.
Yeah, and that is the very nature of the work to rule and why they're doing it. We are being told the customers affected are being given the options to change their travel plans. So that means the people who have had the notice, they're like, OK, we'll get you on a different flight.
It's very tight, but you can reaccommodate passengers. It happens all the time. This time of the year, you've thunderstorms over Spain, that sort of thing. Airlines reaccommodate passengers all the time. And that's what Aer Lingus are doing. They're using Iberia, they're using British Airways, and they're putting them on other flights. They're also asking passengers to self-manage, go into manage by booking, and they'll give you other options, including a rebooking. If the price is different, they will reimburse you. And they've asked people if they want to just opt out because of the uncertainty. Not ideal for the passengers, not ideal for Aer Lingus, but we haven't had the little bit of a breakthrough. We need a choreography to get these two groups into the room. When they get in there, there's lots to talk about. They could still actually get in before Saturday, but the Labour Court didn't get that moving yesterday. Probably was never going to go with the first push. We need a lot more effort over the next 48 hours.
But Eoghan, can I ask you then, for people who are looking in this morning and they've booked an Aer Lingus flight, they haven't got an email saying their flight is cancelled, but they're now worried that it may be cancelled tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Can they actually just go and change their flight anyway, even if it hasn't been cancelled?
There's a manage my booking option.
But even if your flight's not being cancelled, can you go and do it? And if it's dearer, can you get the money from Aer Lingus to change the dearer flight?
My understanding is that is the case.
Oh, okay.
But what people are getting, and it's very frustrating for passengers, they're not getting an email saying their flight is cancelled. They're saying, go in and manage my booking. And it's not quite clear, is the flight there? Is the flight not there?
All right.
That's a big miss on Aer Lingus's part there. They seem to have emailed a lot of passengers before making the decisions on what flights are expendable. That's added to the frustration, added to the uncertainty.
Yeah, I can imagine. We know that you're on a work trip, so we really appreciate you getting up for us. Eoghan Corry, thank you so much. And of course, now we're down to the wire. The work to rule has started, and the flights that are cancelled are happening over the weekend. So Have you gotten an email? What is it that you've been able to do? Have you been able to rebook 0896 111 111?
And even if you haven't got an email, are you allowed to go on and then, because obviously the price is probably dearer now, so you go on, you change your flight, it's dearer. Aer Lingus, well, it says they are going to reimburse you that difference.
Yeah.
So let's wait and see.
We'd
if
love
you
to
are
hear from you.
affected, yeah, please get in touch with us.